best bites forever.
Hi, I'm Chef Alicia, and today we're making key lime pie with rum infused whipped cream. The first thing that you need is 2 cups of graham cracker crumbs, and to that we're going to add a half a teaspoon of cinnamon and just stir it up really good with a spoon until it's well combined. The next thing that I'm adding in is 4 tablespoons of melted butter, and again I'm just going to take my spoon and stir it around until it kind of gets combined, and then I'm going to switch over to my hand. Okay, so here we go, stir, 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 and get all that off the spoon. And now you can see that I've switched over to using my hand. All I'm really doing here is kind of mushing the crumbs with my hand and trying to get them to come together. I'm looking for this texture where it forms into a nice little ball. Once we get that, we're going to go ahead and put it into a 10-inch springform pan, which I have already prepared with a cooking spray. Just pour your crumbs right in and then kind of just spread them around with your hands. And once you get them in a nice even layer along the bottom, then start pressing them down with your hands and go all the way around, and again just try to have a nice even layer. And as you can see, it's kind of coming up on the sides a little bit, so I'm just going to take the tips of my fingers and go all the way around the pan and tuck those in so they're nice and neat on the sides of our pie when it's all finished. And then we're going to put this in the oven on 350 for about 5 minutes. While that's cooking, we'll go ahead and make our filling. So you need 6 egg yolks, and I'm going to mix those yolks together on high speed until they become a paler color of yellow and they are doubled in volume. And there we go. Once your eggs look like mine do now, go ahead and add 2 14-ounce cans of sweetened condensed milk. You can use whatever brand that you'd like to use, but I've tried a few different ones, and this is the brand that I find makes the creamiest texture in the final result. And make sure you scrape all the goodness out of the can. We're just speeding it up here so that you don't have to be bored watching me scrape the goodness out of my can. And again, speeding it up for my second can. There it goes, yummy tasty goodness. Once we get both of those cans in there, I'm going to mix it for about 1 minute on medium speed. And again, I'm just trying to get a nice creamy texture into my final product. So we're just going to speed this up for a couple of seconds, mix, 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 and I really just want you to get a feel for the texture that I'm looking for before I add the key lime juice. So here it is, take a good look, and here goes the key lime juice. I'm adding 1 cup of juice. This is a bottled juice. I've used fresh key limes as well, and I had my poor husband squeeze like 20 of them or something. In the end, I think the bottled holds up. Oh, and I didn't show you the bottle, but it's Nellie and Joe's brand of Key West key lime juice or something like that. You can find it in your baking aisle. So once you get your filling nice and creamy, we're going to go ahead and pour it into the cooked crust, which you've let cool off, right? Okay, so go ahead then and pour it in. Okay, everybody pardon my arm in the way, but it's kind of difficult with the camera in my way. So there I am, scraping my bowl, and then I'm just going to kind of try to get it nice and even, and we're going to bake it at 350 until the center is set. This is going to take anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes, just depending on how cold it was going into the oven and of course how creamy you got yours, but mine took about 19 minutes. Let your pie cool at room temperature for about an hour and then let it cool in the refrigerator overnight. And now wake up and we're going to make the whipped cream, which you can see that I've already started without talking, but here it goes. So it's 1 cup of the heavy whipping cream, and you're going to mix it until it's foamy, and then add in the 2 tablespoons of confectioner's sugar and mix that around a little bit, and then the 1 teaspoon of rum extract. Okay, just so you know, if you object to a strong rum flavor in your whipped cream, then you definitely don't want to go with the full teaspoon. So you can go ahead and either cut that back to a half a teaspoon or use vanilla. And what you're seeing here is I've taken my key lime pie out of the refrigerator and I just ran a knife all along the edges to make sure that it wasn't stuck anywhere, and I'm removing the outside edge of my springform pan. So now I'm going to take that beautiful rum infused whipped cream and I'm just piping little rosettes all the way around the edge, and you're just going to work your way until you get all the way around your entire pie. Do a little cutesy design here in the middle if you want to, and you can also garnish it with some lime zest or something like that. And this is what your beautiful key lime pie is going to look like when it's ready to eat. So happy cooking, everyone!
Best bitesforever.com.